Two-time WNBA champion Sydney Colson is officially signing a one-year deal with the Indiana Fever. So, the Fever just keep on doing what they've been doing. They're not playing no games in Indiana.
Did you see the WNBA shakeup that has A'ja Wilson completely frustrated? Sydney Colson, Wilson's longtime teammate and closest confidant, just shocked everyone by leaving the reigning back-to-back champion Aces for Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever.
Colson chats with Boardroom about her decision to leave the Las Vegas Aces and join the Indiana Fever, the current state of women basketball, what she's been up to in the content game, and much more.
That's right. The so-called Aces dynasty is starting to show some cracks, and Wilson's fans are not handling it well. But here's the truth. Out of all the moves Indiana has made this offseason, this one might be the most significant. This could be the final piece that pushes them into serious championship contention. Are you ready to see how this plays out? Let's dive in.
Obviously, you made a big change in leaving the Aces for the Fever. What made you want to join Indiana? Here we go. Sydney Colson stated it was a variety of things. There was a new coaching staff. Amber Cox was a big part of that. Kelsey Mitchell, I played with her for the first 3 seasons. Joanna Bonner and Natasha Howard are players I respected from afar. Enjoy their game. Kate Martin, my teammate from the Aces, obviously good friends with Caitlin Clark. They played together at Iowa, and she speaks really highly of her. And obviously, we saw the rookie year that she had.
Now just picture A'ja Wilson waking up, checking her phone, and realizing that her most trusted teammate is gone. Not traded, not waived, just gone by choice. Sydney Colson, a 2-time WNBA champion with the Aces, wasn't just another player on the roster. She was Wilson's right hand, her most trusted teammate, and the heart and soul of the locker room. But something changed. Colson saw beyond the glitz, the championship banners, and the Vegas spotlight. She started looking elsewhere.
First of all, this WNBA free agency will not let us rest. Number one, we literally cannot rest. But also, I love this move again. Like, Sydney Colson is a great player, but she's also a player that is going to add even more to what we're going to talk about later, and that's that chemistry of the team.
Let's talk about her impact. Sure, her numbers aren't eye-popping. 2.5 points, 1 assist, and about 8 minutes per game last season. But stats don't always tell the full story. Colson was a defensive nightmare, a clutch performer when it mattered most. Think back to the WNBA Finals 2 years ago. She was making game-changing plays that might not make highlight reels, but win championships.
Her, Kelsey, and Aaliyah Boston, they had something special the second half of the season, and I just look at them as a young, hungry team. Our veteran president with Joanna Bonner, Natasha, and me coming from winning programs who have been around the league for a long time and can help infuse something in that team that can take them far in the playoffs, bruh.
And here's the twist. Colson's value extended beyond the court. She was the glue holding the Aces together, the ultimate teammate, the leader in the locker room, the one who kept spirits high when things got tough. Every championship team needs that one player, the one who makes everyone better just by being there.
You mean to tell me that 2-time WNBA champion, the face of the God Dog League, okay? The Aces' main girl, right-hand man, Sydney Colson, is no longer returning to the Aces and is signing with the Indiana Fever? First of all, do the Fever even have any more roster spots open? How many folks are you guys going to sign?
Now let's shift focus to Indiana. The Fever are making moves like a team that knows they're on the verge of something huge. Natasha Howard signed. Joanna Bonner secured. Sophie Cunningham added to the mix. And now Sydney Colson? Indiana is putting something special together, and they're not being quiet about it.
She's the face of the league, self-appointed face of the league, but also just in entertainment and all of these things. She has done and achieved so many things and continues to find amazing places in the WNBA, including with the Indiana Fever right now. And I'm just really, listen, what other moves they gonna make? Because I love this one too. And just great move after great move after great move. And
the real question, why did Colson leave a championship team? Fans are in disbelief. Social media is on fire. Nobody saw this coming. Aces fans are still trying to process the news, while Fever fans are celebrating like they just won the lottery.
I'm excited for Sydney Colson, and I'm excited for the Indiana Fever because they have an amazing player who is also very hilarious, like one of the funniest people in the league. So really excited to see this.
Said, imagine the content between Sydney and Caitlin. It's going to be comedy.
Content for days. I know the Indiana Fever front office is just celebrating because that is a part of it too, is content and having players that are going to be good at that. So come on, Sydney.
Here's the bottom line. Colson chose Caitlin Clark over A'ja Wilson. Let that sink in. Wilson's favorite teammate, the one she trusted the most, packed her bags and moved to Indiana. This isn't just a roster shuffle. This is a power shift. The WNBA is evolving, and Indiana is making it clear that they're here to take over. Aces fans are spiraling. Some are in total disbelief. Why did they take Sydney from us? What did we ever do to Indiana? Well, except for beating them. But this move is bigger than just basketball. It's about building something sustainable. The Fever didn't just add another backup guard for Clark and Mitchell. They brought in a proven winner, a defensive specialist, and someone who understands what it takes to win at the highest level. And A'ja Wilson? Let's just say she's not thrilled. Social media is in full meltdown mode, and Wilson's fans are not handling it well. But what makes Sydney Colson so special? She's not a high-volume scorer. She won't drop 30 points a night, but she doesn't have to. She's a defensive disruptor, a playmaker with elite vision, and a player who can hit clutch shots when it matters most. Now imagine her running the floor with Caitlin Clark. This season, the Fever are going to run wild. Meanwhile, the Aces, once an untouchable powerhouse, are suddenly showing cracks. They've lost Kelsey Plum, one of their most impactful players. Their championship bench, gone. Their standout rookie, Kate Martin, living it up in Golden State. 2 assistant coaches and their GM, out the door. And let's not forget the lawsuit from De'Erica Hamby. It's like watching a dynasty crumble piece by piece. Over in Indiana, the Fever are riding an unstoppable wave of momentum. Caitlin Clark's arrival was already a game changer. But now, this franchise is entering a new era. From a team that won just 5 games 2 years ago to legitimate title contenders, this isn't just a turnaround, it's a takeover. And it's not just about the roster. The Fever are dominating everything. Ticket sales, jersey sales, media attention. Caitlin Clark and this revamped Fever squad aren't just making noise. They're becoming the heartbeat of the WNBA. So are we witnessing a shift in power? The Aces, once the league's undisputed queens, are now looking over their shoulders. And the team catching up? The Indiana Fever, led by the unstoppable force that is Caitlin Clark. The Fever front office is doing exactly what they should, building a team around their superstar. And now, here's the real question. Are you ready to witness a changing of the guard? Because this season, the WNBA might just crown a new powerhouse. The battle lines are drawn. Whose side are you on? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on your screen, and we'll see you in the next one.